All right, geeks, it is time to put this debate to bed.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Tis the season for the yearly debate around Christmas movies. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Now, I have heard this go back and forth over and over again. I want to add a slightly different spin on the conversation by bringing up another movie that I didn't realize was part of this argument, but it is time to settle the argument once and for all. I will not be taking any questions at this time when I say that Die Hard is the quintessential holiday movie. Now, I know, the man himself, Bruce Willis, has gone on record to state that he does not see it as a Christmas movie. Bruce, I know you're watching. I have to respectfully disagree. First, Die Hard literally kicks off on Christmas Eve. I understand it didn't come out on Christmas. Many a Christmas movie did not come out in the holiday season. John McClane arrives in LA armed with a teddy bear on a mission to reunite with his estranged wife. Where does he find her? At her company's holiday party. This is not your average action movie setting here. It is dripping with Christmas vibes from the start. At its heart, Die Hard is about family. John is fighting not just for survival, but for a chance to win back his wife. That is as Christmassy as it gets. And let's not forget the festive soundtrack. Let It Snow, Winter Wonderland, even Run DMC's Christmas in Hollis makes an appearance. Even Ode to Joy feels a bit like holiday cheer here. The further that we get into this thing, the more it seems like not just a Christmas movie, but we're talking a Hallmark Christmas movie at this point. Now, if the family dynamic is not enough to convince you, might I offer the symbolism at play during this movie? Did we catch John's wife's name? Holly. Could it be more on the nose? Die Hard also draws parallels to holiday classics. Some fans argue it's a secret remake of It's a Wonderful Life. Think about it. John McClane is a George Bailey type, while Hans Gruber is a greedy, Christmas-hating Mr. Potter. Christmas isn't just in the backdrop, though, right? We're not just going to settle for Christmas being the backdrop of this movie. It's baked into literally the plot of the movie. Remember, when John sends a bad guy down the stairs with a Santa hat?
Now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho.
Christmas wrapping tape literally helps John McClane save the day. Even Holly's Rolex, a Christmas gift, plays a crucial role in Gruber's downfall. Now, you may be saying that, yeah, sure, there are some connections. Yeah, sure, there may be some elements, but I'm still skeptical of the whole thing. At the very core and foundation of this quintessential holiday movie lies themes of togetherness and community. that fill some of the most important thematic niches of Christmas movies. If there was snow on the ground, this argument wouldn't even be happening. It's about community. John McClane is not the only hero in all of this. He could not save the day without the help of Sergeant Powell. It's about doing the right thing, snuffing out a bunch of bad guys, and most importantly, it's about family. Because what's more Christmas than trying to be back together with your family? And honestly, no offense, Bruce, but it carries a little bit more weight, in my opinion, when the director of the movie comes out and states openly that he believes the movie is a holiday movie. The writer Stephen D'Souza declares that Die Hard is more of a Christmas movie than White Christmas. And if Google search data is anything to go by, most agree. Every December, Die Hard trends alongside other holiday classics. Now, we for one, in the Bearded Geek household, this is a Christmas tradition. This and Nightmare Before Christmas are two of our go-to Christmas classics in this household. Now, if the post that I made over on the Bearded Geek Threads account is any kind of indication, I understand that some masterful highbrow contrarian is going to chime in and claim that this masterpiece, for one reason or another, does not belong in the Christmas movie conversation, and it is our job as geeks to correct these kinds of misconceptions. Do it with love. We're all a community. Jokes aside, I absolutely love this movie. It was actually Mrs. Bearded Geek that introduced me to this movie several years ago. I had never seen it. I knew about it, but I had never actually taken the time to sit down and watch it. And it really is a December 25th tradition in this household. At the end of the day, we curl up on the couch and watch literally the Hallmark Christmas movie of the year. But this conversation about what constitutes a Christmas movie does not just stop here. Now, it feels a little bit like that's a no-brainer to say that Die Hard belongs in this conversation. But I argue that there is another entry into this argument that goes unseen a lot of the time. Again, I put out this post over on the Threads account for the channel, and it seemed like folks were more eager to welcome in Die Hard than to welcome in Batman Returns. And again, like any self-respecting geek, I am here to dispel the misconceptions. When you think Christmas movies, what comes to mind? We talked about Die Hard. Maybe you got Home Alone on that list. Maybe you have Elf on that list if you've got Bad Judgment. But what about Batman Returns? Despite its dark tone and action-packed scenes, Batman Returns meets all of the criteria to be considered a Christmas movie rom-com. So the movie opens up with the birth of Penguin on a snowy night, complete with a beautifully decorated Christmas tree. The plot then jumps forward to Christmas time, starting with Gotham City's Christmas tree lighting ceremony. Snowy Gotham City is filled with the hustle and bustle of holiday shoppers, decorations, and iconic Christmas imagery. So again, like the Die-Hard conversation, some of you may be saying, well, that simply is not enough. Just because it looks like Christmas does not mean that it is a Christmas movie. Well, good thing we have thematic parallels to other iconic Christmas stories. We've got redemption and acceptance. Penguin's tragic backstory echoes the beats of Ebenezer Scrooge, representing greed and a longing for acceptance. I mean, come on, what is more Christmas than a good old-fashioned heaping helping of chaos? You've got the Christmas tree lighting ceremony with exploding presents, and sure, it's Christmas from hell, but hey, it's still Christmas. And you have the mistletoe scene, the iconic exchange between Batman and Catwoman. That is arguably the most dramatic mistletoe moment in cinematic history.
Mistletoe can be deadly if you eat it.
But a kiss can be even deadlier if you mean it.
Add a little face licking, and boom, instant Christmas classic. Not to mention Christmas at Wayne Manor. Bruce Wayne's Christmas, his tree in his mansion, serves as the perfect visual nod that this is a Batman movie centered in Tim Burton's breathtaking vision of a dark, gothic Christmas. Tim Burton's signature dark yet whimsical style is all over this movie. Historically, this is the movie that created the monster that was the Joel Schumacher movies and everything that happened after that point, because this movie legit was scaring kids. There was a lot of complaint from parents whose kids were getting scared by this movie. But when you take a look at the atmosphere that he's able to bring out when marrying these worlds of the dark, whimsical, gothic world that was established in '89, but bringing Christmas into it, into this twisted, gothic, beautiful version of Christmas. Batman Returns predates The Nightmare Before Christmas, but very clearly sets the groundwork for blending the macabre with holiday cheer. One piece of connection that this movie has with Die Hard is at the heart of the movie is connection. At the heart of the movie is community. Yeah, in a different way, but it's still at the very core of this movie. And without the Christmas setting, the story fundamentally changes. The Penguins campaign begins with a Christmas tree lighting. The holiday backdrop provides visual and thematic contrast with the very dark negative. Batman Returns is more than just an action movie. It is a twisted take on holiday traditions and acts as the precursor for Nightmare Before Christmas. So, geeks, this holiday season, I encourage you all, don't just stick to the classics. We've all seen those movies, and let's be honest, a lot of those timeless classics are largely overrated. pick the real classics this year. Have a look again at Die Hard. Have a look again at Batman Returns. And what I want you to do is chime in below. Let me know what else you classify as a Christmas classic. What else you want to hear me talk about. Until next time, peace, geeks, and have a happy holiday.
Happy trails, Hans.